Second.
Questions or comments regarding the minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Aye.
I do not have comments or correspondence to share for the good of the order. Superintendent, comments for you?
Yes, I've got some things I'd like to share with you. Hopefully you had an opportunity to attend our high school production of Newsies over the weekend. There were 3 performances Friday night and then 2 on Saturday. I was able to attend the matinee at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and what struck me the most, obviously the talent of our kids, but the collaboration that took place. They had I've never seen so many set changes in my life. And the speed at which they did it, and how many people took part in doing it. Just a great performance. It was so nice to have, a large crowd for each of the performances, and it really spoke to the quality of the folks we have working with our kids, and then the dedication of our kids to pull it off. So I wanted to mention that. And also our junior high presentation of Frozen is taking place this week as well, the end of this week. Actually, Sam Herwood, who is one of the directors of the musical, is coming to my Rotary Club meeting tomorrow to share with members of the Cortland Breakfast Rotary about the show. So again, another opportunity to see our kids in action. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is we've identified a date for our summer retreat. This is the date I think we have the best shot at getting the most people there. July 12th. We're going to have it at the Aurora Inn. We have a meeting room there. We did that a couple of years ago. It's a great location, gives us an opportunity to be close enough to home, but still be far enough away where we're not interrupted by things going on in the district. I'll provide you with information, but you'll plan for a day approximately 8 to 3 that day. We'll sit with HTA members, the leadership team, and then board, and we'll identify the priorities for the upcoming school year. So I want to get that date to you as soon as we have it. That's what I have.
Thank you, Superintendent.
Yeah.
If I could please have a motion, we're now under new business, if I could have a motion to approve the warrants and claims auditors report.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the treasurer's report.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? You have an investment summary and a budget status report and a revenue status report for your observations. And if I could have a motion to accept the reports from the Committee on Preschool Special Education.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to accept the reports from the Committee on Special Education.
So moved.
Second.
Could I be silly for just a moment? Mr. Moore, since he's become our Director of Special Ed, he stands up at every meeting hoping that we have a question for him. What I would propose in the future, because we rarely ever do because the reports are so well done, but perhaps we should give him some sort of acknowledgement that he's standing up, because that's a gentleman through and through back there right now.
It's hard to see from the back. I would just add, if folks have not been through the screening process and the conversation process, we just had opportunity, one of our children wanted to explore some challenges she was having. Just top shelf, wonderful experience for our child, for our family. So the whole team, led by you, Chris, just did a fantastic job. In fact, I'm a little worried that my daughter's going to just want to spend more time with the team just hanging out. But just well done, and her dignity protected, yet she felt totally, feels good about where things landed. So just great job to you and your team.
And had I known someone was going to say something nice, I wouldn't have brought it up. but just from now on, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but just from now on, Chris, I'm going to go like that. If someone else chooses to, they can.
I'm just in a different spot.
Okay, all right. I apologize.
No problem. And I think for everyone's awareness, Luke, Tom, Mike, and Jeff and I put Chris through the paces as we review all of those individually on our Friday agenda setting. So this is actually the second time for Chris to stand and answer to questions or comments relative to those reports. So if I could please have a motion to accept the reports from the Committee on Special Education.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments on those reports? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the 2022-23 district calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments on the calendar? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the disposal of items from the junior high.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the science field trip request.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments about the field trip?
Shouldn't they have more chaperones? That seems like an awful lot of kids for one chaperone.
They have multiple chaperones.
They only had 3.
3 chaperones?
Yeah, listed.
Yeah, that's correct. But I thought you said they only had 1.
No, I said, shouldn't they have more? Cut the number down, no?
No, we regularly, I mean, I've gone a number of times. That's the same number we typically have. It's very well, yeah.
The only reason I ask is because our baseball trip, we have like 8 chaperones.
I think we have a lot of people. I think we have a lot of people who want to go to Washington.
I think so. Nobody wants to go free.
The superintendent of schools is one of them.
We keep
No, but
going.
that's quite honestly, because not only do we have the chaperones that are from Homer schools, but then we have the staff that work there that spend a large majority of their time with the kids doing the different activities.
Okay.
And the site up in Racket Lake's a little different than the mall in DC.
Yeah, no
In
doubt.
terms of controlling where the students are.
Well,
There's a little more mischief
I have
possible
a son
on a
that
trip to
when he went
DC
to
than there
Racket
is
Lake,
at Camp Huntington.
figured out he could disappear because he lives in the woods, but.
But at least they was brought home. He wasn't, yeah.
And there was just one missed school day with this, right?
It's a Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically, they go Friday to Sunday, but they scheduled Saturday, Sunday, Monday this time.
Got it.
Additional questions or comments? Wait, did I move it, Cal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Additional questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the tax refund.
So moved.
Second. Feel the same way.
Questions or comments?
Why is the village degrading our tax base?
Additional questions or comments?
I know, I got that started, I apologize. I
You gotta
started.
answer my questions?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the examination resolution.
So moved.
I said it.
Got
Got it.
Jinx.
I'm just loud. That's all.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the district reopening plan update.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? For anybody on that, Doug? This is the portion of our meeting for public comment. There are none signed up wishing to be heard this evening. Is there anyone that would like an opportunity to make public comment? Like
How's
the-
your time, Chris?
Oh, he's got something by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's something going on back there.
He's
I just,
waiting
the way you
for the face.
deliver everything is just so.
I take back whatever Aaron said.
All right, moving on to personnel.
Thank you.
If I could please have a motion to approve personnel.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments regarding personnel? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Board committee reports, we have none for this evening. District committee reports, we have a report from the professional learning committee.
Yes, we are in the last stages of planning our staff development day on March 21st. Meeting started happening in January with the PLC group and then some smaller groups along the way. You know, clearly there's always a lot of work to do in school districts in regards to strategic plans, improvement plans like our DSIP and our SEP and our building plans, our building improvement plans, our goals. But for us right now, I mean, if you're watching the news, if you're active on Twitter or any type of social media that involves educators, teachers are tired, principals are tired. It's been a long year. So the goal of our staff development day will be the adult health and wellness. You know, as we want to focus on the social emotional components and learning of our students. We also, you know, people ask me all the time, what's your job? I take care of the adults, you take care of the kids, right? And the way we're going to do that is we're going to plan a day around the health and wellness of our adults. With a part in there to help implement part of our strategic plan with our social emotional task force and the work they're doing. We've built in about a 50-minute block of time where teachers and principals and all of us are going to work together in moving that plan forward with the implementation of the BIMIS2 screening tool, and also looking at certain curriculum components of the CASTLE framework moving forward, and what that looks like operationally in our classrooms and across our district. So we have built in time to focus on our students too. But we're starting the day off in the morning with Jen Rafferty. Some of you know Jen Rafferty. She's a former teacher. She spent 15 years as a music teacher in Cortland City School District, Dryden Central School District, and I think a short time in the Trumansburg Central School District. So, you know, she's been in the classroom. She's in the classroom for a long time, but she set that aside and she's kind of forged a new path on helping educators of all titles. It's not just teachers. It's not just leaders. Helping them to get back to their why and really focus on our mental health as adults. Because if our mental capacity is at its wit's end, we can't best serve our students. So she's going to come, kick off the morning, talk to us about practical strategies to help us as adults work with our young people and the stressors, right? What are those stressors that make us lose it from time to time? You know, as much as perfect as we want to be and always be there for everybody, you can't be there for everybody all the time unless you're taking care of yourself. So she's going to speak to us for about an hour and a half about some practical strategies that we can implement in our own daily lives to help us be better for kids and what our jobs entail in public education. Then the next part of the agenda, we're going to be looking at, we've had some teachers volunteer their services, so we're going to have teachers sign up to do a myriad of things. They got to sign up for two 45-minute sessions. We have Mr. Lisi and a PE teacher. They're going to be, one of the sessions is learning how to use our new fitness equipment in the fitness center. We have this beautiful facility and we want to expose our staff to it because it's there for them too. We have Mr. Damati, who's going to be teaching folks how to use free weights in a safe manner. I'll try to go to that one, but it looked pretty silly doing so. We have a teacher who's going to be giving ping pong lessons downstairs at the high school. We have an intermediate PE teacher who's going to be offering lessons on line dancing. Now again, all this stuff is designed for people to laugh, right? That's the whole idea. And talk about being together, helping our culture move forward as far as being a team. We do have some Promethean board training. Naz has signed up for a Promethean board for beginners. He's going to have a session on helping teachers because all these classrooms are getting these Promethean boards. Well, most of us are beginners with those things, so where do we start? He said, I'm walking proof of a beginner that is now okay using them. So, and then Lancy, backed by popular demand, she's going to do her digital declutter seminar for teachers, which I'll be signing up for because in the just shy of 8 months I've been working here, my Google Drive is a complete utter disaster. I'll be sharing some things up with Mr. Moore tomorrow with some maybe some additional sessions. We want to try to capture everyone's wants, right? Then we'll be moving into lunch. We got a couple food trucks coming. And then in the afternoon, we're going to be together as a whole staff in the gymnasium at the high school. We're going to start off with we have a trivia company coming from Syracuse, and the buildings are going to compete amongst each other for points. Then we're going to move into, I don't know what this is, Mr. Turk seems to know what it is, but a whole staff is going to be involved in a game led by Mr. Agard called Shipwreck. No idea what it is, but it sounds like a heck of a time, and I'm looking forward to making myself look like a fool. And then we're going to end the day with a building competition, volleyball championship. The winning building, we're going to accrue all these points. We'll get something from administration. We haven't decided what that's going to be, whether we serve lunch to them or something. We'll come up with something. But again, tailored toward the health and wellness of our adults. They have been really working tirelessly at every level, every position, every title to make this year a success. And getting back to our own mental wellnesses and physical wellness is a priority. So,
That's great.
Any questions on that?
No, and I fully endorse it. It's critical that our folks learn a little something about how to take care of themselves because they are consummate caregivers, horrible at identifying that they count in all of this and should be taking care of themselves and finding opportunity. And when we can giggle about some of the activities, and maybe somebody finds that they actually have, oh, I kind of like ping pong, and find some outlet through that, as well as some of the socializing, right? Because I think people have been pretty closed. To have an opportunity to get out and giggle and feel safe in doing that, I think it's critical, and I applaud the district for recognizing that and taking care of our folks.
Will the volleyball tournament be on the YouTube channel?
That's probably a great idea.
Come on, Todd.
We're gonna go to full blackout.
That sounds like a
Full
fun
blackout.
I want to see yesterday, and I
Some,
can't check
some,
that
some
out.
clubs.
Casey, nobody should see that, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I tell you what, when I go for a spike, you know it.
What I'm worried about is how many people will miss work the next day that were supposed to be there. Full muscles.
Full muscles.
They would be confident, so careful.
So count up to date.
Thank you, Jeff. Board member activities.
An opportunity to attend the shows this weekend. It was well done, and I saw all along how much time it takes our young people and our staff to make that happen. And just celebrating, I talked with somebody from another district about how this school system does support the arts, and we could always do more, but compared to some other situations, we had friends of ours come to the Saturday night show, and they're like, and I explained to them, well, we have the director, and then we have the costume, and then there's assistant costume, and then we have the technical, and then we have the AV person, and they're like, wait, what? The school helps all that happen? Yes. So just well done providing. I think we can always go more, but we do provide a lot of opportunities for the music and the arts for our students.
And Aaron, if I understand it correctly, they really had done most of the preparation masked, and then
Yes, that's correct.
and all of their sound checking and practicing
Yep.
and picking up themselves was well masked, and then we went in and
Yep,
to
we're able to
perform
at the
as well.
last minute, switch around from them. Yeah, they did all their prep leading up to until March 2nd, with full masks and learning their dances distanced and all those pieces when they started. I mean, they started before Christmas break, and so really stayed at it.
I echo those sentiments as well. It was fantastic. We really enjoyed it. Glad to see continual improvements as well, and that we're able to have more microphones and everything. And
Yeah.
Fantastic.
For a guy that doesn't hear well, I heard much better than I have ever had before. It was noticeable to me, for sure.
I also attended the movies and really enjoyed it. I brought my boys with me, and it's the first time that my youngest has like sat through an entire play. He really enjoyed it. So
It wasn't a short one either.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
I was shocked he made it, but he did.
Nice.
Same, went to Newsies. I would encourage people, if they so inclined, to look it up, what is it, like 1993, the last performance? And just think about how identical our high school kids performed compared to professionals. Blew me away.
Yeah.
It was really, really impressive. We've got some great talent here. I also went to the indoor track state qualifiers up at OCC. We had a few athletes there, and it was really great to watch them compete with some other indoor track athletes at a really nice facility.
I did not attend the musical. I could not on Friday. It was the only option I could, but my wife and daughter went. They said it was outstanding. I did attend the state tournament to witness our history for our Homer Wrestling program, with not one but 2 state champions. It was pretty special to see. We also have a mat. We had a wrestling mat out there, which was getting rave reviews from everyone.
Yep.
And it'll be fun to see that here next year at competition. That's the first state champion we've had since 1967, so it was pretty cool. Also during break, got to witness the girls' sectional championship, or sectional second round game, which was double overtime loss, but it was awesome game, great season.
Can we move on, Superintendent?
Yes, music in our schools month continues. We've got next on the docket, as I mentioned, our junior high musical this end of this week, 10th and the 11th. We also have our elementary school first grade concert on the 16th. Believe it or not, we're in the month where we start looking at kindergarten registration for next fall. So, and we've already begun the pre-K registration. So, plenty of things while we're celebrating this year, also planning for the future. So, invite you to come out and attend everything you can. You won't be disappointed, I can guarantee that.
Thank you, Superintendent. If I could please have a motion to move to executive session for the purposes of discussing the employment history of a particular person.
Second?
Oh.
All those in favor?